Taking more information in from YouTube videos will not change your life. You watch more. This is not the only YouTube video you watched on this subject. I'm not the only mindset guy you're attracted to. You're watching the Law of Assumption guy. You're watching the guys on the whiteboards, right? You're watching all these guys talk about mindset, but it's not about more information. Another YouTube video will not change your life. It's about taking control of that voice, that wild horse that's your consciousness. First of all, being aware of your thoughts, being aware of that voice, being aware that there's wild horses around, and then training it. So let me get this straight. You think that God and universe speaks English, French, and your affirmations? That's not how this works. If you want to learn how to speak the universal language, to plant it to your subconscious mind so you can use the law of attraction to manifest the things that you want in your life, it's the same things that Bob Proctor taught me when I studied with him for 2 years, and it took me from dead broke to $100,000 a month in less than 45 days twice, and I've been able to do this. So by the end of this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to speak in the frequency of the universe so you can actually get what you're trying to manifest, scale your life to the next level, scale your income to the next level, your relationships in the areas that you're doing it. As you guys know, I'm a car guy, and it's my birthday coming up, so we have this beautiful Rolls-Royce Cullinan right here. We got one with the orange interior. We got the beautiful Burj Khalifa here in Dubai right behind me. And if you guys are OGs on the channel, you guys know that this is the OG setup. It was me right here making this video with the thumbnail. That's the one that got 150,000 views. So it's really crazy to see like how everything turned out. So the first step I want you guys to realize is that creation is already finished. Whatever frequency you're trying to speak into the universe, whatever it is, your dream car, your dream relationship, your dream business, your dream city, whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's all possible. You know, like I want you to think about this. The materials of the dream car that you want, like in this car here, we have leathers, metals, aluminums, like look at this little pressing. Look at that, right? The metals of this, whatever kind of fun stuff that you're going after, it's already finished. It's already created. All we're doing is rearranging it through consciousness, okay? Now, if you're gonna wanna speak to the universe, the first thing we're gonna have to do is get rid of your misconceptions. I talked about this in one of the other videos that I had where I talked about that for most people, in order to scale your life to the next level, so let's just say you're running a business, you wanna scale your business to the 6-figure level, the 7-figure level. To go to the next level in your life, sometimes it's not adding more things on, adding more funnels, adding more strategy, hiring a coach, watching more YouTube videos. Like this is not the first YouTube video that you've watched on this subject. It's not adding more. Most of the time it's taking away. You're doing too many things at the same time. So let's talk about what things that you're probably doing wrong that's keeping you from going to that next level and speaking in the right frequency so that God and the universe can understand you. So let's talk about the first one here. To speak in frequencies is to not speak in tongue. Now, I'm not talking a tongue like spiritual. I'm talking about like English, like right now. You don't use your voice in order to go to the next level and speak in frequencies. Does that make sense? You can't say it. That's why I've never been a fan of affirmations. I've never been a fan of saying affirmations in the mirror and all these kind of things. I never did that, by the way. Like, I'm here for results. Like I'm a spiritual guy, as you can tell. Like I speak in, you know, universal language, right? But I don't do this just to say woo saw. I do it so I can earn millions of dollars in the process. Which now, thanks to Bob Proctor, it's changed my life. I've earned over $2 million now in the field of law of attraction coaching. So I use this to win in life, to build and create. Like look at these amazing structures and stuff here in Dubai. Like look at that building right there, right? So that's what I use this for, to build wealth, and you can do the same. So in order to go to that next level, you're not going to speak in language and doing affirmations in the mirror. That's not going to work. What we're going to focus on, that guy is jetting right now. What we're going to focus on is something called auto-suggestion, okay? The subconscious mind, which what we're going to be using here to go to the next level in our life and our business, it doesn't speak English, French, or voice. And here's a perfect way I can give you guys an example of how to use this. What I want you guys to do right now is I'm going to want you to say your name, okay? Now follow this exercise, and you're going to love this exercise. I want you to say your name at the count of 3, but you can't use your voice. You cannot move your mouth, okay? So at the count of 3, you will say your name, but you will not use your voice. You will not use your mouth. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Say your name, okay? Let's do that one more time. Remember the instructions now. You're going to say your name at the count of 3. You cannot use your voice. You cannot use your mouth. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now if you did this correctly, you said your name at the count of 3. Now let me ask you a question. Who just spoke right now? No, really, like who just spoke right now? If you didn't use your mouth, then how can you speak your name if your name was John, Jessica, whatever? Like, how did you just say your name if you didn't use your voice? Like, who said that? Really, who said that? Well, an even deeper question is, how did you hear who said that? Does that make sense? So if you just said your name, how did you hear that if you didn't use your ears? What I'm speaking about right now in that fun example is consciousness. That was your consciousness that you just felt and what you just used in order to do that example and say your name. That is the voice that we will use to go to the next level. Sheesh! Yes, sir! I know you guys are hyped after that one. You're not going to speak English. You're going to use that consciousness. The way I like to speak consciousness is like a wild horse. Okay, it's like a wild horse. Imagine you're trying to conquer the West. You're what do you call it? Not gold digger. Literally gold digger, right? Let's say you're trying to conquer the West in California back in the days, and you come across some wild horses. Beautiful wild horses. And a wild horse, unless it's trained, will continue to run around and go crazy and do its own thing. It has its own living ways, right? But if you were to train it, conquer it, and bring it in and train it to its ability, it can be a prancing animal that is trained and can do tricks, run events, and, you could just use it for, transportation. Well, in this example, your consciousness is that wild horse. That same voice that you used to say your name a few minutes ago is the same voice that you are letting run crazy in your life. It has manifested everything that's come in and out of your life. Do you hear me now? That voice that you use is manifesting what's coming in and out of your life. That's why affirmations are not working. And most importantly, that's why watching more YouTube videos is not working for you. Yes, sir. Let me get that little air on. I got this jacket on in Dubai just to take photos for y'all. Let's go. Let's jump it in. Taking more information in from YouTube videos will not change your life. You watch more. This is not the only YouTube video you watched on the subject. I'm not the only mindset guy you're attracted to. You're watching the Law of Assumption guy. You're watching the guys on the whiteboards, right? You're watching all these guys talk about mindset, but it's not about more information. Another YouTube video will not change your life. It's about taking control of that voice, that wild horse that's your consciousness. First of all, being aware of your thoughts, being aware of that voice, being aware that there's wild horses around, and then training it to be a diamond in the rough, to be laser focused. So if you're going to want to speak the universal language of the gods, it's not going to come through your words. It's not going to come through information. It's not going to come from the YouTube videos. It's going to come through the use of that conscious mind that we just talked about, reining it in like the wild horse that it's been recently, that's been bringing in chaotic results, that has kept you stuck in your business, that's kept you stuck in your relationships, that's brought in and out of your life the things that you don't want, that's kept you stuck, that's kept you or even worse of all, mentally inconsistent. For those of you in business, that's the worst part when you're inconsistent, right? 1 month you make 5,000, the next you make 15, you're excited, you're about to go, looking at next car you're going to buy, then boom, your income drops back down to 5. So you're like jumping between 5 to 10, 10 to 30, right? You're like jumping in and out of these things, and it can be chaotic and it can be exhausting. But yet you have all the information, you've taken all the courses, you know exactly what to do in your business, you've probably been doing it more than 6 months, you have the coaching, the consulting, you know what to do, you've gotten a few clients, you're making a little bit of money, but you know that deep down inside, you're more than, if you don't make another dollar for 9 months, you're going to go broke again. You're rich broke. Like you're making more money now than you did a year ago, and you're doing good for yourself, but deep down you could go broke at any moment if something went sideways. And that is fine, and you can change that. You know what's the best part about you? Is that you have used your mind to get to where you're at, to build that life. You saw that car you're driving, you saw that apartment, you saw the business, you saw the income, you saw the content creation, you saw the audiences, right? You saw all that thing in your mind before you accomplished it. So the cool thing about this is you're using it already. But here's the thing is, you turn it off. You turn it on and turn it off. And sometimes you don't even know how you did it. That can be even the craziest part. I remember some of the times, like, I didn't even know how I was manifesting my results. When I hit my first $100,000 month, I was only studying with Bob Proctor for less than 60 days, and I was making $100,000 a month. But a couple days prior to my $100,000 months, I was only had $1,000 in my bank account, and I didn't know that I had stumbled across these random meditations that completely changed my life. And you can absolutely do the same. So if we're gonna want to go in there, it's not and change that and speak in frequencies. If we're gonna want to go in there, speak the universal language, what we're gonna have to do is use auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion was one of the most powerful lessons and the concrete lesson in Think and Go Rich. Auto-suggestion, also known as passing on through volunteer action to the subconscious mind. The thoughts and images that you want to manifest into your life, you do that repetitiously until it becomes finite, until it becomes manifest. Does that make sense? So let's break down what auto-suggestion is. And that is actually the key frequency that we need to tap into so you can actually get into the subconscious mind, which is the spiritual aspect of you, which is your heart. Because as you know, the conscious mind is the thinking mind, the mind that has the mental faculties, also spiritual faculties. But it's the subconscious mind. It's the one that's going to manifest what's into and out of your life that controls 95% of your results because it operates on frequencies of images and thoughts, not on the language of English that you're listening to me to. That's why the YouTube videos and the books and the seminars and the coaching and the massive action, that stuff's not working for you because you're not speaking the correct language. So we have to speak that language. So auto-suggestion, step number one, and you've heard me talk about it so many times on the channel, get out a piece of paper and a pen, write down exactly what you want with your life. Bob Proctor said, write down a fantasy. At the time, it was $100,000 a month. I didn't believe it, but I did exactly what he said. So I wrote $100,000 a month on the card. 45 days later, I hit it. And it's so funny. At that time, I talked about doing it on YouTube. That was 5 years ago. Now here I am making a full-time 7-figure income doing this on YouTube. Like, I get to enjoy my life. Like, here I am driving this beautiful Rolls-Royce Cullinan through Dubai on my way to my next appointment. Tomorrow, I turn 29 years old. Holy shit. It's, damn, like, time just flies, guys. I started this 10 years ago, my journey. So I guess I'm an overnight success, right? Doing this for 10 years in business. But you're going to then get your gold card, right? Let's continue, right? Get that on your gold card. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at this first thing in the morning and last thing at night. And you're going to have to see and feel yourself as if it's done. Why do you have to see it? Because remember I talked about the subconscious mind. Remember, speaking in frequencies. The frequency that is transmitted is images. Okay, you guys love when I do this example for you, so let's do it now. So right now, I want you to imagine this Rolls-Royce Cullinan interior. So I think everybody kind of wants a Rolls-Royce, or maybe you're an outdoors man, but whatever. Let's just take this Rolls-Royce interior. So I want you guys to get a nice little look at this Rolls-Royce interior. So as you can see, we have a black and an orange, okay? So follow me in this example. Close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes. And at the snap of my finger, I want you to change the color of the interior from orange to the color blue, okay? So remember, your eyes are closed. Follow me now. The interior is now blue. Now it's red. Now it's purple. Now it's pink. Now it's green. Now it's red. Now join me back. See, what we did right there is that is the part that, you see how you saw images? You had changed those images. It's those images that we want to transmute to the subconscious mind. So that's the first part. Second part now is the feeling part. So let's do this exercise. Close your eyes again. I know. Just follow me here. I'm trying to teach you this stuff. Okay? Put your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And I want you to imagine a loved one. Imagine your grandparents. For me, I got raised by my grandparents, so I see my grandma's face. I want you to imagine your grandparents, your mother, your kids, hand over your heart. I want you to see them smiling. Put some feeling behind that. I want you to give them a hug. Show them some love. Now, I want you to 10x that feeling. 10x your love. 10x your affection. 10x everything now. Amplify it. Now join me back. You see how you saw their face and you had feeling states behind it? That is the feeling part of the image, right? So we had taken the image in the first part by changing the color of this interior, and then we're going to match that with that feeling of love and abundance that you just saw with that loved one. And then we're going to do number 3, put action behind whatever that is, right? So in this example, it was, we had the car, then we had the family member. But if you mix all 3, you should have an action plan. let's just say your goal is to make $100,000 a month, right? You want to scale your business from 10K to 100K, which, by the way, that's literally what I do for a living. I help people, solo entrepreneurs scale their business to the 100K per month level, right? So let's just say you want to do that. So you see yourself making $100,000 a month, but you have to restructure your business. You have to get some employees. You have to start making content, right? So you're going to write an image of what that looks like for you to have reached that goal already. Like, what would it look like if you were already earning that? What would it look like if you were already earning that income? Then what you're going to do is you're going to get the feeling state. I have arrived. What is it like to feel? I want you to feel the passion behind what you're doing. And then number 3, you're going to take action behind it. Take out the camera. Start the business. Hire the coach. Whatever action. Reading a book and watching another video is not taking action. You're going to have to go take massive action behind what you want to do. And that's where a lot of you guys get stuck, is you don't do that part. Yes, sir. And that is what we're going to do now, repetitiously. This is the key where most people fall off, is you have to do it repetitiously, over and over and over and over and over again. Here's where most people fail, is that they holy shit, guys, we got a Ferrari right there. Look at that bad boy. Man, I love just the absolute abundance in Dubai. Like, while another person is struggling to make their payment, this guy's driving a $500,000, if not $700,000 Ferrari. Like, I want you guys to really know that there is absolute abundance here. Like, you may not see it, and make sure you watch the video I talked about yesterday where I said changing your environment. Changing your environment will change everything. When you're living here in a place such as Dubai, there's absolute abundance flowing everywhere. But let's continue. Repetitiously, you're going to plant in that thoughts, feelings, and action to the subconscious mind, where most people will jump around. So a percentage of people haven't even got to this part of the video. They've already jumped around to the next video, jumped around to the next thing. They're scrolling on TikTok. They can't even sit straight enough to focus, to plant into the subconscious mind. It's that repetition that will change everything for you. It's that repetition that will open up the floodgates of abundance. It's that repetition that the subconscious mind starts to understand it, because that is what it understands. Not just mere language and affirmations. Affirmations are BS unless you speak it in the correct frequency that the subconscious mind accepts. Guys, I love you so much. If you're not subscribed below, subscribe. If you like this content at a deeper level, you want to know this other than like just me driving a car, you know, in depth, I have masterclasses completely for free on the YouTube channel. What you do is check out the link in the description below, and I take you to my masterclass series, and I literally like do screen recordings teaching you exactly how to do this. And most specifically for those of you in business, I teach you how to apply this in your business so you can scale from the 6-figure level to the 7-figure level. And it's been something I really, really enjoyed doing. So if you like this, subscribe below, check out old content. But if you're in business or want to know more in depth with masterclasses, check those out, links in the description below. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. This is your man, Mr. Law of Attraction, coming from Dubai.